All right. Well, hey, everybody. Karyn Bryant here, and today kicking back with me, Hyder Amil, who is where you say you're on your way back, driving back from Vegas back to Cali.
Yeah, I am. Brought the dog. I flew in with the dog, but then they changed regulations, so my dog's too big to travel on a plane. So I got a car rental, and here I am driving back to the Bay Area.
All right. Very nice. Well, what kind of dog did you get?
Okay, okay, there we go.
Oh, hi.
Hey,
Hi, cutie.
oh, there he
That's a
is.
cute
Haha.
pug. Did you name it
Yep.
yet?
Yeah. Her name is. I mean, his name. Sorry, is Apollo.
Apollo?
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. I actually have a fish named Apollo. I have one named Artemis and one named Apollo. They're brothers,
Oh,
right?
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Very
Victor
nice,
means
very
son.
nice. Well, congratulations on the victory. That's pretty awesome. So, what did I hear you say? There was no way. I love the French, but there was no way a Frenchman was beating you on American soil. Is that what you said?
Absolutely. I wasn't gonna let that happen. But you know what? He was one tough French dude.
Yeah, he is really tough. He is really tough. So, I mean, look at what did they say? Was this the first time you had a fight go to the third round?
In the UFC, I did enter the fight with some injuries. That's why I had the knee sleeves because I almost tore my MCL clean off 2.5 weeks before the fight, and before that, but before that, I tore my bicep and my labrum, and then it healed a month before the fight, and then I tore my MCL. So by tearing my right arm, it was hard to get really good training. Yeah, so and I was literally I couldn't move as well or get into my groove as well in the fight. Normally, I switch stances, orthodox and southpaw, so it made it really hard to just flow with everything. So I had that in the back of my mind.
Gotcha, gotcha. Well, and it's tough with all those injuries going in. I mean, obviously you want to fight, obviously you want to make that money, but at the same time, that's a big risk going in with that many pre-existing conditions.
Right. It was definitely. You know what? I've entered fights with I've been injured in fights. I had my contender fight with food poisoning, but I've also gone through a lot in my life. I also knew that this is a really good opportunity. I am not pulling out no matter what. And once I made that decision in my mind that I was going to do it, if I made up my mind, there's nothing going to make me stray away from course.
Okay, nice. So then, with all those things in mind, maybe that means the performance wasn't everything you hoped it would be, or how do you feel about how you did in it?
It definitely wasn't what I wanted it to be. I feel like if my knee wasn't that way, I think I would have stopped him. Honestly,
Okay.
I would move a lot quicker. If you notice, my footwork wasn't there, and you just also fighting with this injury in the back of your head. And I felt let's put it this way, if you kick me like one good time at my knee, that would have been it. That's how bad my knee is.
Damn, damn. Okay, well, so now what are we doing, Hyder? We taking some time? We healing up? We getting that fixed? We addressing that? What are we doing?
You know what? Everyone calls me Wolverine because I do heal relatively quickly. All I have to
Yeah.
do, I think it's 2 weeks. Thank God he didn't damage my right knee or I didn't twist it in any weird way in the fight. So I just think 2 solid weeks or maybe 3 of just recovery. I'll
Yeah.
probably do something for my upper body. I just gotta stay off my legs, and
Yeah.
then I think I'll be fine. And I want to get right back in there summer. I'll be
Okay.
fine. And you know what? I just beat the number 20 guy.
Okay.
He beat Joanne Sabrito, who beat Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez fighting for the belt. So I feel like I'm right up there.
Nice. Well, and you certainly come from a pretty excellent team. The commentators were kind of talking about how Gil was kind of losing his mind a little bit. And you and I have talked, the Skrap Pack guys are some of the first guys that I even met when I started covering this sport way back when. And, like I said, way back when Gil's dad was with us all the time at the fights and everything. And so, It's a long time ago, and we've spoken about this a little bit before, but it does seem now with every consecutive fight of yours that you are carrying that Skrap Pack mantle even more. And are you feeling that pressure to live up to that? Because it's like now everybody does expect it.
There is no pressure. I don't even feel
Okay.
pressure when people put money on me. I don't feel pressure in any way about anything. I just don't feel it,
Okay.
Because I put enough pressure on myself. I push myself hard. I'm also a rock upstairs, being injured,
Mm-hmm.
putting in that other stuff. I can fight in front of a million people. I can fight in the backyard. I can fight with my life on the line. And
Yeah.
I feel no added pressure, because I always come in there with the same mentality since day one. However, you get the Skrap Pack rub, which is everyone has good grappling, get really good endurance, and everyone's down and ready to get after it.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I love those guys, and I'm happy. I'm happy that there is a next gen. I think it's pretty excellent. But you just kind of touched on it a little bit, being very mentally stable, and there were some other things going on. In the post fight press conference, you talked about, and I'm so sorry about this, that you were fighting on your best friend's birthday, who had recently passed away. You had spoken about, your father passing away, and all these really heavy things that were going on. How difficult was it for you to compartmentalize that, or did you put that emotion forward and go in and fight with that very presently in your mind?
Um, like I said, I look at every fight like a journey,
Mm-hmm.
and I am a boat that has sailed the harbor, and no matter what, you just stay the course.
Mm-hmm.
I just used it as motivation. I had some other things in my life they're kind of getting in the way, but
Mm-hmm.
life gives you tests before it prepares you for them. Also, my life, if I tell you all the stories I had in my life, I think you wouldn't be surprised. I
Mm-hmm.
think people say you really come from nothing. I come from a third world slum, and I've gotten all this with hard work, determination, and character, and I feel like um, that's what carried me through all these things. And I used that as motivation. And just by chance, I was gonna fight on my friend's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I had to win, and I wanted to honor him. I wanted to give a shout out. Yeah, and my dad died. I wasn't crazy close to my dad, and it wasn't like I couldn't reach out to him. He just wasn't the best person. And when I was younger, I was bitter. But as I get older, you understand like just like everyone's trying their best, and
Mm-hmm.
addiction can change a person from a good person to a bad person. My father was a gambler, and he couldn't be trusted, and it really overtook his life. It was just as bad as almost a drug. And and in many ways, I gamble myself. Like he gambles
Yeah.
with money, I gamble with my life,
Yeah.
because I do MMA, and so yeah, but I wanted to reach out to him just to talk to him, but now that that ship has sailed, it just it's something I wanted, but sometimes it's just like that.
I hear you on that. Well, if you believe in spirit worlds and things like that, you can still speak to him and have those conversations, and you know,
Right.
hopefully. Well, so with that in mind, and you did, talk about the fact that you beaten a number 20 guy and stuff. So, do do you already have a hit list in mind? Have you got the actual names you want, or is it just give me a guy with a number, or what do you think?
I wanted to call someone out honestly after the
Yeah.
fight, but only if I got a finish, only if
Okay.
I look good, because people call people out and just like get a decision or something. It's just like I don't know. You got to be more deserving of it. So that's why I didn't. However, first I wanted to call Bryce Mitchell out, but John Silva called him out.
Yeah.
So I just looked at who's free, and or my coaches did, and gave me a few lists of names.
Hmm.
But who I'd be down to fight? I'd really want to fight, and I want to make this an event. And I don't know if I could call this guy out, but I'd like to fight Brian Ortega.
Ooh.
Because I'm from the Bay Area, he's from LA,
Uh huh.
and an LFA we did the Bay versus LA.
Yeah.
That would be a really cool card, and I would like to ask it at the Chase Center. I
Uh
would love
huh.
to bring the UFC to the Chase Center in San Francisco. That would get popping.
Yeah, would sign me up for that one. Hopefully, I can work that one. It's great. It's like in New York, how they do the Subway Series or whatever. Yeah, the LA to the Bay rivalry would be pretty awesome.
That would be really cool.
That'd be pretty great. That's a pretty great call out. I do love to see that. So, yeah, that would be great. I would love that. Well, listen, I'm very happy for you getting the win, and I know with all of that you had to go through, it really probably means a lot more. And now you get to just love on that sweet little puppy dog.
Yeah, it's keeping me company as I drive back to California. So, but I'm gonna take the week. Just to recover my body, stay off my legs, and then I'll probably get back to it the next week or so.
Nice, very cool, very cool. Well, congrats on the win, and heal up and like Wolverine or whatever, and maybe we'll see you in action this summer, Hyder. But yeah, you're definitely one to watch. Very entertaining. If people don't know that already, they're figuring that out. So, congrats. Thanks for kicking back today.
Thanks, Karyn. Thanks for having me. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too. Take it easy.
Take it easy. Bye.
Bye. All right, folks. Well, there you go. It's tough when they're driving in the car, but we do what we can. Hyder's a great dude, and if you haven't seen, actually, I spoke to him before. I think it was after his last fight, too. So if you haven't seen that one, you can check it out. If you're watching this for the first time, check out my channel. I got a ton of stuff here. I started covering MMA in like 2007 and stuff. So if you poke around on my channel, there are a million things here that you may have seen before, you didn't see. Just poke around and you'll have a good time. But anyway, thanks for kicking back. There's a whole Kick Back with KB playlist. I talked to a lot of people that you probably like, up and comers, and some people that you know pretty well as well. So anyway, maybe you can check it out. Thanks for tuning in. There goes my earring, so my earbuds. So it's time to go. See ya.